Good morning. Good morning. Welcome and welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, August the 29th. We are here to look at the new releases that are being set free this week. Um, I'm apparently very confused. I've been up for an hour though. I shouldn't be. Welcome back. We have announcements. I do have sprints tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. They go for 2.5 hours. I do them 3 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoons. Hope you had a good night. Oh, I have a tickle in my nose. Good morning, Cajun. How's your days off going? I hope you're doing virtually nothing. I mean that in a good way. Like relaxing nothing. Reading good books, nothing. Alright. So yes, we are here to look at fantasy and science fiction because it's Thursday. Every day of the week we look at a different genre. And today there are a few. The Unseen King by Allison Anderson. Third in the Cartographer War series. That's a pretty cover. Prince Aidan is gone, taken, kidnapped by the Fae and portaled to only the goddess knows where, and Penny Barkley is determined to find him. With a pack on her back and Aidan's trusty dog at her side, Penny rushes headfirst into fairy, the world she always dreamed of, but never thought she'd see. At first, the magical kingdom is mystical and fantastic, but as Penny journeys deeper into the seasonal port, she discovers that some magic is not to be trifled with, and her childhood fantasies were just that, fantasies. It will take all of Penny's strength and ingenuity to find Aidan and bring him back to Olympia. When Aidan wakes in a new world, all he can think of is getting back to Penelope and his family in Olympia. After the death of the High Queen at the hands of the rebellion, Aidan finds himself trapped by magic he doesn't understand in a kingdom of Fae that would rather fight one another than face the approaching enemy. Becoming High King of a folk he'd never even met may be the goddess's worst idea yet. But when he meets a family of Fae that have insights to his past and his magic, he has to decide whether to embrace his new life or return to Penelope to find the life they promised each other. Separated by enemies and friends alike, Penny and Aidan must adapt to this new kingdom and help the Fae to fight off the rebels or find themselves trapped in a land on the brink of destruction. It's lovely. I read and watched some videos and just enjoyed. Oh, fantastic. Good morning, Anita. How you doing? Hi, Mary. Hi, Cajun, Mary, and everyone. Cajun, everyone. Happy Thursday. Glad you're enjoying your time off, Cajun. Indeed. You're doing it for all of us still in the workforce. I say that because I know a lot of people who are retired, and they did their time. The Temptation of Magic by Megan Scott, first in the Imperial trilogy. Perfect for fans of A Discovery of Witches and Serpent and Dove, so we shall see. Nicole Palmer and her family have been in hiding for years from the Wake, a shadowy organization that governs all supernatural creatures. If the Wake discovers that Nicole is an Imperial, a rare kind of creature that can shapeshift into any creature's natural predator, they'll force her to join them or kill her for resisting, like they did her mother. Nicole is close to uncovering a secret message hidden in a supernatural art collection, a message from her mother about how to destroy the Wake for good. But when the collector is murdered and a key painting stolen, the Wake sends their best Imperial assassin to track down the dangerous creature on the loose. I bet he's hot. Ian McCarter is handsome, perceptive, and the last person Nicole wants to work with to find the stolen painting. Their search sparks a powerful connection between them, but if Kine finds out that Nicole is a rogue Imperial, he'll have no choice but to hunt her next. After all, no one disobeys the wake and survives. I also kind of like that cover. Where are we going? We're going here. Not always able to make it. That's okay. It's early. That's why I repost it later. We are going to get my haircut today. Ooh, and then off to North Carolina tomorrow to visit family. Excited, but lots still to do to get ready to go. Oh, indeed. Life does intrude. Yep. Mysterious Ways by Wendy Wonder. What a great name. It's probably a pseudonym, but what a great name. 17-year-old Maya knows everything. When she looks at someone, she instantly knows their history, their private thoughts, their secret desires, their most tragic failures. Combine these private miseries with the general state of the world, it's easy to see why Maya's power starts to get her down. Which is why she was sent to the Whispering Pines psychiatric facility, and also why starting at a new school is going to be such a challenge. Now, faced with Tyler, a cute guy she actually wants to know everything about, Maya realizes that maybe her power isn't so horrible after all. Maybe she can use it for good. Maybe she can even get the guy. Or maybe there really is such a thing as knowing too much. Hellbound, third in the Jinx McGee series by D.B. Cedars. There ain't no rest for the wicked. Jinx McGee and her team of demon hunters managed to neutralize the master demon of sloth. I want to be the master demon of sloth. Relying more on luck than skill, but with 6 more powerful rogue demons on the loose, she'll need to bring her A game to the hunt for their next target. The master of gluttony and excess is elusive, clever, and has a knack for anticipating the team's every move. There's likely a mole in their organization, and everyone's a suspect. As if that weren't enough, her unreliable celestial ally has a lead on her missing deadbeat dad that Jinx can't pass up. He holds the key to the whole demonic endgame, and Jinx has a score to settle. Daddy issues and demon hunting? It will take cunning, strategy, skill, and a boatload of tequila to get Jinx out of this jam. It's like the author didn't even bother to make up names. Okay, you're the bad guy of sloth. Maybe it was written by an AI these days. We will never know. Stay safe and enjoy your visit. Thanks. I will see both my children. One lives in California and in Florida. So this is a very special, absolutely. And you're going to be like a week, aren't you? Yes. And they'll be glad to see you. Firebirds by Kate J. Armstrong. The Nightbirds were once their city's best kept secret, but now the secret's out. What's more, they can do feats of magic no one has seen in centuries. They're like the firebirds of old, the powerful women who once moved mountains, parted seas, and led armies. Some say that when 4 join together, they become a force that shakes the earth and sends magic rippling through it. It does seem as if something has woken in Udea, but the 4 girls responsible don't want the world to know the full extent of what they can do, at least not yet. As the new leader of Udea works to lift the prohibition on magic, the churchmen who do not support it and the gang lords who profit from it whisper rebellion. The secret resistance who once sheltered the Nightbirds is rallying too. Smelling blood in the water, an ambitious Farland's king threatens to take Udea. As war looms and the Empire's fate hangs from a knife's edge, the Nightbirds have to decide if becoming than that more than that are okay, whatever Firebirds protect Simta. I might need more coffee. Is worth losing themselves entirely and the lives and loves they might have had. The Ghost Cat by Alex Howard. Early morning 1902 at 77 Marchmont Crescent. Oh, Ely, the char lady, tips coal into a fire grate and sets it alight. Overhearing, Grimalkin the cat ambles over to curl up against the welcome heat and lick his favorite human's hand. But this is to be his last day on Earth before he becomes the ghost cat. Follow Grimalkin as he witnesses the changes of the next 120 years, prowling unseen among the inhabitants of an Edinburgh tenement while unearthing some startling revelations about the mystery of existence, the unstoppable march of time, and the true meaning of feline companionship. Sounds cute, but also sad. Sometimes you don't want sad. It hit 100 here in Virginia yesterday. Yuck. It's supposed to be cooler today. Cooler, 93. We'll have to break out the sweaters. Indeed. My gosh. August is going out with a sizzle. Full sizzle. But fall is coming. Truly madly, magically. Witch Lore number 3 by Hazel Beck. A witch cursed to tell the truth, and the man who won't let her lie to herself anymore. Cursed, but can she lie to herself? She has to tell the truth. Cursed by her own mother to always tell the truth, and one of the only half witches around, Elowyn Good has never considered herself an equal part of the Riverwood coven. But when the Joywood, the evil rulers of the witching world, target her directly, she begins to wonder why they want her gone. She'll need to work with her newly formed coven to survive, which includes dealing with her first love, past wreckage, and a whole new complication she didn't see coming. With their fates in the balance, Elowyn will have to learn to trust Xander again, or be doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past, assuming they all survive the Joywood's latest bid for absolute power over the witching world. There's some names that just kind of drive you crazy. Xander's one for me. So is Tanner. Maybe it's the sound. Xander. I already don't like you. Hooray for fall, my favorite time of year. Me too. Do you know they have pumpkin spice uh, Cheerios? There's pumpkin spice everything. You know, if they just took the word pumpkin out and didn't put, like pumpkin in it. Not all of it does have pumpkin in it, but still. The Enchanted Lives of Celeste Artois by Ryan Brodin. This is a fantasy debut. Once Celeste Artois had dreams of being an artist, but when the creative elite of Paris dashed those plans, she turned her talents to forgery and cons. She and the enchantresses, her two fellow thieves and best friends, see Paris as a rich hunting ground for marks. Yet even though their hideout, can you not take a little criticism? Yet even though their hideout in Père Lachaise cemetery is bursting with Franks, Celeste cannot rest. There is always more to take, and the blood she has begun to cough into her handkerchief means her time is running out. But everything changes when she encounters Rafe, a mysterious and beautiful stranger who leads her to an enchanted salon, a place where artists can bring wondrous imaginations to life. Celeste is captivated by this establishment and learns of the existence of magical Paris, hidden in the pockets and alleys of the ordinary world, if only she knows where to look. Rafe offers Celeste an irresistible deal, the gift of time. Oh dear. Are these vampires? The gift of time in exchange for lending him and his benefactor her forging talents. But one must be careful making deals with devils, and there's more to this hidden world than meets the eye. Shadows have begun to circle Paris, and soon the enchantresses will find that true magic is far more powerful and deadly than they ever imagined. Does it say vampires and I missed it? We have time. Yeah, it doesn't say. Maybe not. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. The Crimson Crown by Heather Walter. Whoop! First in the Crimson Crown duology. I love it. I love pumpkin spice, but it does not need to be in everything. I agree. It sounds like vampires. Have you started Bless Your Heart? Waiting for my hold. I have. Yes, I have. Where am I? Again, it's not necessarily my cup of tea, so bear that in mind. I'm at 22%, which is page 67. I think people will like it if this is your thing, for sure. Um, Let me think about that for a minute. Crimson Crown, Heather Walter. Legends tell of a witch who became a queen, the heartless villain in the story of Snow White. But now the wicked queen is stepping out of Snow White's shadow to become the heroine of her own legend. Her real once upon a time begins when she is just Aelith, a young witch who lives in the forest with her coven. The witches practice their magic in secret, hiding from the White King and his brutal war against witchcraft. Aelith, however, faces a war of her own. Her magical gifts have yet to reveal themselves, and as the threat of the royal huntsman intensifies, Aelith, Aelith fear fear. I feel like I have like a lisp or something. Fears she will never become the witch her coven needs. To prove herself, Aelith sets out on a perilous quest that sends her to the White Palace, a decadent world of drama and deceit. There, Aelith encounters an unlikely figure from her past, Jaquetta, a witch who once held Aelith's heart and betrayed her. As events at the palace escalate, Aelith finds herself caught in the web of the White King, whose dark charisma is as dangerous as the sinister force that seems to be haunting the palace, and perhaps even Aelith herself. With the threat of discovery looming, Aelith and Jaquetta must set aside the wounds of their past and work together to survive. As she uncovers the secrets of the White Court and those of her own heart, Aelith must find the strength to transform into someone she never imagined she could be, a powerful witch, the very wickedest of them all. Practical Rules for Cursed Witches by Kayla Cotting. Magic is in Delilah B's blood. Her absentee father is the world's most famous curse breaker, while all the women in her family are fated to never find true love. So when Delilah sets out to complete her magical calling and gain her full powers as a witch, she has the perfect task in mind, breaking the Bee family curse. But Delilah's calling is hijacked by Kieran Pelumbra, the spoiled son of the most powerful family in the country, and breaking his curse suddenly becomes her official assignment. Every generation, a pair of Pelumbra twins is doomed, with one twin draining the other of their life and magic. Kieran grows weaker while his sister Briar becomes something monstrous. As Delilah and the twins set out on their quest, they quickly realize that breaking the Pelumbra curse isn't going to be simple. For one thing, the rest of the Pelumbra family doesn't actually want their curse broken, and they've sent hunters after the trio to ensure they fail. For another, something about Briar gets under Delilah's skin, distracting her and making her want to kiss the perpetually grumpy look off her face. But with time running out for the twins and Delilah's own true love curse getting in the way, they may not stand a chance of finding their happily ever after. The last one, Between Dragons and Their Wrath by Devin Madsen. No relation, spells it wrong. When dragons rage, chaos reigns. Conquest built the Sealy's Basin. Now enemies once more threaten its borders. But when the Lord Reacher declares himself supreme ruler to enforce unity, old angers erupt, threatening to tear the basin apart from within. Tesha, a glassblower's apprentice with a talent for poison work, becomes a false tribute bride as part of desperate political plot. In the Reacher's court, she is perfectly placed to sabotage him, but her heart has other plans. Nayli is laundress to an eccentric alchemist, a job that has left her with strange new abilities that are slowly consuming her and attracting the notice of the city's underground rulers. With time running out, she'll have to gain power by any means just to survive, let alone change the world. And in the desolate Shield Mountains, sharpshooting dragon rider Ashadi protects the basin from the monsters of the sands beyond. But when an impossible shot pierces his dragon's glass scales, he becomes the hunted one. As chaos sweeps across the land, Tesha, Nayli, and Ashadi must fight to survive political enemies, long buried secrets, and the monsters both within and without. And that is all that we have for today. I think I should like it southern, sassy, just a little bitey too, I guess. Yes. Not many no sci-fis. Seems like it's all fantasy. Indeed. But, you know, it's a huge thing right now, so I guess I can't complain. But yeah, I'm not hating it. Bless your heart. Again, if I were more into that type of book, I would be loving it. The violence, as in attacking, is not too overwhelming. It's not off stage, but it's not too overwhelming. The characters are interesting. I just have a yuck about vampires. I'm working on it. I have another one on hold at the library that came up, and I had to delay it because I'm just too many books right now. What is it? Tempest in a Tea, something like that. Anyway, so I'm trying. Um, but is my goal to read that and the two other ones I have going by the end of the month, which is this weekend, and not giving up yet. Thanks so much. Have a happy day, everyone. Doubt I will see you all for a while traveling tomorrow and then busy with family next week. Happy Labor Day and enjoy days off. You too. Travel safely. Have such a good time and enjoy. I think you'll come back so happy, Cajun. I may see if I can find a children's one. Oh, okay. I do have a safe trip, Mary. Indeed. I do have an Amazon list of vampire ones. We can look at it tomorrow if you want. For some options that I had been looking at. I don't know if I have any children's one. If you have you seen Storm's video? I think she has a middle grade one in there because you know she loves middle grade, so she might have a good option there too. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Again, I do have sprints tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And tomorrow is Freeform Friday, so we'll look at vampire stuff, we'll look at spy stuff, we'll do stuff like that. And we still have a couple more cozy mysteries to look at. Yes, I've got lots of ideas from Storm. Yep, she's good about that. All right, and remember, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom nom. Have a good day and God bless.